everybody, so if you're looking to buy a new side-by-side, one important aspect that you should definitely look into is your warranty. So in this video, I'm going to break down the warranties offered by every single major side-by-side manufacturer. We'll talk about how long the warranties are, what they cover, and what they don't cover, and then we'll compare them all. So let's jump right into it. But before we dive into any specific brands, let me just say this. Every single one of these companies offers an extended warranty program. So if you want to pay more for more warranty coverage, you can do that. This video is just going to look at whatever the factory warranty is that is included in the purchase price of your new vehicle. So we'll start off by looking at Polaris here. Now Polaris offers a 6-month limited warranty. A lot of these warranties are worded very similarly because they're all written by lawyers, and one lawyer is going to write just like another lawyer to make sure the legalities are all sorted out. So anyways, the Polaris warranty, Polaris says that it covers defects in materials or workmanship. And that is a very important little sentence because that basically stays the same for every single manufacturer. Now Polaris's warranty, like all the other ones as well, comes into effect on the date that you take delivery of the vehicle, and the warranty is transferable to a new owner in that 6-month period. Now the longer section here is what the warranty doesn't cover. So Polaris lists a lot of pretty specific examples which I'll read you now. So the warranty won't cover acts of God, accidental damage, wear and tear, abuse, improper maintenance or neglect, modifications, and using the unit for racing or competition. A lot of those exclusions are common between all the manufacturers, and one of them is found everywhere. That is wear and tear items. Wear and tear items are never covered by the warranty, and every manufacturer lists a few different specific things. So Polaris says that wear and tear items are parts that are exposed to friction surfaces, stresses, environmental conditions, and or contamination. Now specifically, these include things like wheels and tires, suspension components, brakes, the seats, clutches, belts, light bulbs, filters, spark plugs, steering components, batteries, the carburetor or throttle body, the hydraulic components, the circuit breakers, different electronic components, and the coolant and bearings. So anything that is expected to be worn out on these units, Polaris will not be covering. Okay, so next up is Can-Am, and Can-Am, just like Polaris, offers a 6-month limited warranty on all of its side-by-sides. Now Can-Am has the exact same wording as Polaris, saying that the warranty will cover defects in materials or workmanship. Now Can-Am's warranty is also transferable for the first 6 months, and when it comes time to put in a claim, Can-Am lays out the process, saying that you have to contact your local dealer within 3 days of identifying the issue. And like I said, a lot of the exclusions and things that aren't covered are going to be pretty similar between brands, so I'll just list off some of the things that Can-Am specifically says will not be covered by its warranty. Things like normal wear and tear, tune-ups, damage caused by improper storage, damage caused by modifications, damage caused by abuse or abnormal use, damage caused by using the wrong fuel or oil, damage from rust, damage caused by snow or water ingestion, and of course, any issue caused by an act of God. So now the first Japanese manufacturer on our list, Yamaha, and they also offer just a 6-month limited factory warranty. So like the other warranties, Yamaha says that it will only replace parts that are damaged due to faulty workmanship or materials. Now the one thing that Yamaha does that Polaris and Can-Am didn't mention in their warranties is battery coverage. Yamaha will cover your brand new battery for 30 days after you buy it. Yamaha's warranty is also transferable, and this brand says that you have to alert your dealer within 10 days of identifying a warranty issue. So exclusions to Yamaha's warranty include things like racing or competition, installing foreign parts, abnormal strain, neglect or abuse, lack of proper maintenance, and damage due to improper transportation. So when it comes to wear and tear items, Yamaha doesn't go that in depth, simply saying that the spark plugs, oil filters, air filters, and brakes won't be covered by the warranty along with other wear and tear parts. They don't list every single part like Can-Am and Polaris did. But one thing Yamaha does is they list a number of specific usages that could void the warranty on your machine. Things like running the machine out of oil, running it at sustained high RPM, full throttle operation, running the machine with a broken or damaged part, or damage due to careless transportation. Next up is the newly renamed Arctic Cat. Now don't forget, for the last 2 years these have been Textron models, but from here on forward they're back to being Arctic Cats. So Arctic Cat ATVs and side-by-sides also get a 6-month limited warranty. So just like the others, this warranty is transferable for those first 6 months, and it will cover any parts or damage that are warrantable in material or workmanship. Now, just like the other brands, there's a long list of things that Arctic Cat will not cover. So first of all, any wear and tear items, and they list these as tires, CV boots, punctured upholstery, oil filters, drive belts, air filters, brakes, and spark plugs. Now, Arctic Cat does have one interesting point that I couldn't find in any of the other warranties. This brand specifically says that they will cover the shock absorbers on your vehicle for up to 1 full year of what they call normal riding conditions. Specifically, Arctic Cat says the shocks will be replaced if after 1 year they are leaking, corroded, or pitted, or if the chrome is peeling. So things that will totally void your Arctic Cat warranty, well, they include running the machine on improper fuel, any accident due to abuse or neglect, any modifications, racing, removing the engine, transportation damages, and the use of starting fluids like ether. Alrighty, so how about Honda? Well, Honda is the first manufacturer we're going to talk about that goes beyond 6 months, doubling it to 1 year, a 1-year limited warranty. So just like everyone else, Honda says that its warranty covers any defects that are a result of faulty workmanship or materials at the time of manufacture. Now, Honda's warranty is basically the same as the others as well, saying that it won't cover any wear and tear parts, any parts damaged by owner abuse, neglect, or improper maintenance, and any unauthorized alterations to the machine will also void the warranty. And there's another interesting little point here. Honda in its warranty includes a 5-year warranty on its seat belts. If that Honda seatbelt fails within 5 years and under normal operations, the brand will replace it for you. Though they do say they're not going to replace the seatbelt for cosmetic reasons, and they also won't fix the seatbelt if it was damaged thanks to an accident or abuse. So what about our friends at John Deere? Well, you think maybe the big agriculture company would be really strong on warranty, but they match Honda, offering a 12-month or 1-year limited warranty. There is an interesting stipulation here though. John Deere says that its side-by-side warranty lasts for 1 year or 1,000 hours, whichever one comes first. Now, the warranty from John Deere here is pretty standard like the rest. It covers defects in material or workmanship. But one of the interesting things that John Deere does is they list all of the engine parts that they will replace if a problem is found. So things like the cylinder block, cylinder head, valve covers, oil pan, timing gear covers, flywheel houses, transmission, the transmission case, the differential, and axle housing. So what's not covered by John Deere? Well, like the rest, any damage caused by normal wear and tear or lack of reasonable maintenance, along with abuse and racing or competition. And finally, we've reached the last one, and we've saved the best for last. Kawasaki offers a standard 36-month, that is a 3-year limited warranty. Now, Kawasaki has offered this 3-year warranty since 2014 on all Mule and Teryx models. Now, beyond the length of the warranty, there isn't actually anything in here that's too much different, but having that long period of coverage is really nice, especially considering Kawasaki's prices are competitive. They're not, way more expensive than the competition because you're getting this big warranty. Now, Kawasaki says the warranty will cover any defects in materials or workmanship just like the rest. So what doesn't it cover? Well, the same as the other brands as well. Kawasaki says that it won't replace any of the wear and tear parts, so things like the tires, brake pads, transmission drive belts, chains, and sprockets, along with any damage that's caused by neglect or abuse. So that's it for this one, and I just have to say it is pretty impressive that Kawasaki can offer such a big warranty compared to the rest of the brands. Now, has the warranty ever really swayed your purchase decision? Maybe you own a Terex just because of the warranty. Well, why don't you let us know in the comments below, and as always, while you're down there, hit subscribe, and don't forget to come back to TFL Off-Road for the latest news, views, and real-world reviews. See ya!